Greetings, I'm Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play this game together. Let's look at this story. Okay,
oh God!
So if you are
Quick
coming
preface.
into this after just walking through the entire series, for us, the last episode and this episode has been quite a distance apart because we got really frustrated, as you may have encountered in that very episode, where there was a big choice that we didn't get to make. It just happened for us. However, we do like to finish what we start, and if we're going to do a full review of this game, we do have to get through the end of it, so we are just going to go right on ahead.
All right, here we go. I walked through the neighborhood on the way to Alex's place.
All right, come on, Jackson, you got this.
I guess I'm still not at ease with the treatments ending forever today.
For no reason. You're also totally chill while you're a wolf now. For
some
reason.
But that's
sometimes I'm insane.
And insatiable.
With the wolfness, and the other times,
blah, 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 bark,
it's
bark.
just me.
I never heard back from Ian after that either.
You mean after you just pity boned him? Because that's
kind of what that was.
It's going, well, even if I don't want to and it doesn't suit me.
Because we just sort of voiped into each other
he just
real well.
needs it.
Maybe once it's over, my feelings will change. I'll pick up the pace.
What pace?
You will change things, maybe? Things will go back to normal. I better pick up the pace so I can get back. Maybe it won't be so bad. Hey.
Hey there, come in.
Thanks. What's going on? He's weirdly quiet today.
Yeah, usually he's pretty talkative and chatty. He's just like, I'm here.
Alex stays on the couch, saying nothing.
Part of me, him standing on the couch, because his figure is steady. He just goes, stands on the couch, stares at you. You're like, says nothing. You're like,
Jackson, I know you're insecure about being short,
but damn, dude, it's just the ear difference.
Alex,
you're fine.
Are you feeling sick or something?
Not especially. Can we, start your treatment?
Sure. Alex lays his hands against my cheeks and softly kisses me.
Which doesn't exchange much saliva, because it's just our lips. And so I immediately just shove my tongue into his face to get it over with. I lick the roof of his mouth. I got it!
I got it! I sense... Why is he kissing me like this? Like nothing's happening. It's not...
Like, we're supposed to exchange saliva here, dude. Step it up.
Do I need to go get my cotton swab? He has never been this gentle before, and it's throwing me off.
Because you cannot seem to understand that everybody actually wants to kiss you and doesn't just want to exchange saliva with you. Like, you can't understand.
As far as we can tell, what we have here is really, for me, of basically like a interesting trope in porn called gay for pay.
Okay.
To me. Like, because, you know, they have that, where there's a lot of it, honestly, where you're just like, you have basically the characters going, I've never done this before, I'm not really interested, and they're like, and they're constantly awkward about it, and constantly strange, and constantly like, oh God, I don't know why this thing is happening. What is going on? What is he doing? What's this thing? Like, it's a genre
not familiar at all.
Complete disconnect. Like, it's weird.
What I was going to say is he just seems terminally naive. Like, basically, the appeal of him is that he's supposed to be, like, having integrity and innocence at all costs, period.
No matter
what. That's who he is.
It's okay.
And that's supposed to be, I guess, the appeal of him, but I guess that's also how they keep him to be, like, basically a blank slate, or they add some, like, basically anxiety to the show.
But it's so that we can still say that we're gonna have, you know, some development, some character that you'll be able to put yourself.
I guess. All right. I've never been just gentle before.
Alex, seriously, what's wrong?
Him with that face.
He's like, whoa.
What do you mean?
Hi. What do I mean? You never kiss me like this. Is it because today is our last day and you're trying to romance me and I shouldn't be that aware? But honestly, at this point, I should be aware. Like and over again. So I know we just talked about the fact that Jackson is terminally a dingbat.
He's not. He's infinite naivety and infinite faith in humanity. That's it. He is born sexy yesterday.
God, he kind of is, actually.
He really is.
Dude.
Like, you act like a kid.
And you've already said this. Is he being more gentle with me because it's the end?
No, it's not that deep.
Alex, why? Even though he's being gentle, my chest hurts. I don't know what this feeling is.
All right, going with our dystopian.
Assault.
It's called I had this thing forced on me and I had to make myself comfortable with it or I would continue hurting profoundly as it went on no matter what. So I acclimatized to it as the new norm, otherwise it would just continue hurting aggressively.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's also, if you're in the dystopian where you are the only 3 people that exist in the whole world, it hurts that you're never going to see him again because your social circle is made of 1 person if he goes away.
Yes.
1. That.
Uno.
Right.
Only.
Jackson?
Alex embraces me, deepening his kiss. Oh, I got his tongue now. Hang on.
I got it.
Let me suck on it.
I will lick it.
That's what I need. Alex.
And now, what is with that face on Jackson? Hey, Jackson? Are you getting turned on? I ask as I shove my hips against him. Is that a knife in your pocket?
No, my friend. We are assuming anatomy here.
No,
Let's
I
not.
Hi. Are you getting turned on? I only think characters blush if they're getting turned on. That's what the animation meant, right?
Don't make me answer.
After
I'm
all,
okay.
it doesn't have to mean anything.
Even
if someone's body gets turned on, it does not mean that they, intellectually in their brain, are turned on. Or if they are, it does not mean that they are interested in continuing the interaction. You can be aroused by something. You can be made super freaking horny by something. It doesn't mean you want to do that something. Actually.
So much rage. I remember what makes me so angry about this series. Don't make me answer that. I'm going to bite your... What?
I'll bite your damn face off. Well, your face gives me all the answer I need. Whatever that means.
Whatever that.
I saw you blushing. Like I said, the artists, they told me you were aroused.
It's happening.
Then I'll do even more for you if you'll just agree to one request.
No.
No, the answer is no. There should be I am betting, what we were betting is that there won't be a choice.
Yes.
And we're hoping there will be, but we're betting there won't be.
What is it?
I want you to let me make love to you.
Oh.
Oh, we can't refuse! Yes!
Oh my God!
We've already boned our friend.
Refuse!
And we
I
get to choose. We're going to refuse.
I'm sorry, I can't. I can't be on that end of things.
That end of things?
What? I don't know. It sounds like awkward translation. I don't care.
No,
It just means I was able to say no.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like he's saying, no, I can't let you bone me. I can't be on that end of things.
If it's literally like that, I am actually going to get incredibly angry. So one of the things I've strongly disliked in romance in general, regardless of bodies involved, is that it always seems to look like a very specific thing. People going, penetration is the only way to have any enjoyment out of a basically physical encounter at all.
Okay,
that
so
is the real sex.
Story narrative, based on what I have encountered, is that a penetration has to happen for it to be, one, yes, the real sex, but for it to be the deeply romantic connection. Everything before that is always working up to that, based on story narrative that I've encountered. Whether it's gay, queer, heteronormative, and it's not in all cases. Like, there are a few outliers, but that is generally it, of going, you haven't done the real sex until you've done that. And I will say, I had an entire amazing, great relationship when I was, in high school. That was, it was my first boyfriend. And we never did that, and it was amazing. But we were both, younger and inexperienced. And I don't say terribly inexperienced, but it was we were never working up to anything. We were just trying to be close to each other.
Right.
And we did a lot of things, but we never were working towards that. And it was nice, and it was very confusing once I got in another relationship, and once I started dating other guys after it ended, and going, that was the goal. And I was like, I wasn't ready for that at all.
Right. And that has been actually one of the things that I found to be, for me, what I will say is, I guess, problematic about society itself, at least in the United States, where there really is a huge emphasis on penetration is the thing that needs to happen for the sex or the physical romantic intimacy to be achieved.
Again, for the ultimate intimacy to be achieved. But
yes.
I would say, I don't know that that's what the sentence means, but based on the stuff I've encountered, that's what it sounds like.
Fucking no, I'm titipan.
That's fine. Just thought I'd try. I don't dislike kissing
me.
you, though. Oh,
That's
sorry.
me.
Sorry.
I don't
see
care.
It change.
I want to burn it on fire.
He's like, really? Really?
I don't dislike. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
You just have to deal with it.
I don't dislike kissing you, though.
It's fine. Thanks.
I'm just gonna.
I work really
I'm
hard.
gonna look at myself like Edward Cullen looked at himself. I just
going,
hate myself.
"What? It's
no
fine."
matter what.
Thinking about not seeing you anymore, it makes me a little lonely. After all, you're one of only 3 people in the entire world, and you're the only one I know. Working in the lab by myself with all the other made-up doctors is, it's kind of lonely.
Oh,
Sort of tiring.
am I supposed to be sympathetic to you now? I mean, I always was, and then I wasn't, and then I was, and then I wasn't. Alex, that's right. We aren't really friends, so without the treatment, we won't have much reason to see each other.
I mean, you barely see your real friend that actually is your friend, so yes, you're correct.
Yeah,
you will have almost no
accurate.
reason to see this person.
Yep, I feel the same way.
I'm happy to hear you say that. All right then, take care. I'm so glad we didn't have to bone him. That was amazing.
Yes. Oh my, I was actually really disturbed that it forced us to bone our friend.
It did. I was really uncomfortable about it, like deeply. And I just assumed at that point that it was going to be like, you're going to have to do it with both of them. Like,
yep, because this
us.
is also this game, but it's also forced us into plenty of corners with Alex, so I don't even know. Yeah, you too.
I will.
Somewhere in his smile, I think I can see tears, and I don't know if I should feel bad because this feels like a guilt trip.
Because I always feel guilty every time he feels sad.
Constantly.
I say, do not kiss me, and he goes, oh God, why not? And you go, oh, you're sad, are you okay?
Are you okay?
And he goes, let me try and kiss you. And you go, don't fucking kiss me. And he goes, I am sad. And you go, oh God, are you okay? This
Ad
is Jackson.
nauseum.
Ad
nauseum.
infinitum.
Ad infinitum nauseum.
Yes.
Freaking hell.
Tears.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Hang on for 2 seconds. I cannot see.
Nope, you can't see.
So if y'all don't know that I have really bad vision, and
my friend here wears the glasses. They have the mobility aid for their face.
It is true, because if I didn't have it, my friends, I could not see.
It is hard to move around.
How long has it been since I saw either of them?
Well, if this is a short hop or a long hop, it's been
who
that
knows?
amount of time. If you just left his apartment, it'd be like, well, you hadn't seen him since your last treatment, and you haven't seen your friend since, you boned him.
Yeah, that was all.
So there you go.
I looked up at the full moon shining far above me.
And I feel no urges of any kind.
I never have. It's true, but I stopped transforming. But then I realized I have a massive Pavlovian response to the moon! Memories of kissing them suddenly arise, yes! And I unconsciously touch my lips.
I'd never really kissed anyone before, ever, and I just put my hand on my face. Whoa.
I'm lucky I didn't touch anywhere else.
I don't touch your face. He touches his lips. Don't touch your face! And we look at him and go, it's Corona times! Don't touch your face!
Because immediately...
sanitize your face!
I want to see them, and my lips want to feel...
You want more connection, my dude.
Which is fine.
Huh?
At the recollection of the times we kissed, my body heats up.
And I suddenly go, damn, I'm always wearing like 6 layers in this suit.
I am so professional.
I am warm.
I overwork like crazy. Wait, do I want to kiss him? Whoever
him is?
Because this game keeps trying to insist that we like both of them equally.
And it doesn't matter whom you choose. You get pushed into the other one as well.
Of course, I've long since fallen for a pick. We're gonna have to pick.
If
I hurry, there might still be time. I have to go and tell him how I feel.
This is generic because this is talking to you, the player, going whichever one you're into, and this is such a generic. It doesn't hinge at all on what you've done in the entire game.
This is actually what I suspected.
That was why they dropped it to him, and I was confused for a second. What it is we wrote this ending no matter what you did in either of the past, in all of the choices.
Which also, as far as I can tell,
to cater to the reader.
Quite literally, though, that none of your premium choices goddamn matter. You're not building relationship, you're not doing anything extra, you're
not getting access to choose them at the end or to have a connection with them at the end. You're just moving to this generic ending, so it's just an experience along the way. Which... basically, then, this is a novel, not a choices game. It's a novel where you can buy extra cute little chapters.
Oh, wait, that sounds a lot like something else.
It sounds very familiar. All right, I have to tell him how I feel, and then you get to choose, right?
And then we get to, we're going to continue on.
Accidentally hits restart episode. No! Dear God, not again!
God, I can't do it again!
Not again! The chapter starts here. I have to tell him immediately. Sigh. I don't want to tell him immediately.
I want to sit here. A beautiful full moon hangs in the sky above me.
How do we go from I must tell him immediately to sigh?
I mean, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? I may not transform anymore, but every time this day comes, my body aches.
These chapters feel very disconnected somehow.
It's kind of like a fan fiction. I'm sorry. Maybe it has to do with the fact that my feelings for him are certain now.
It is completely blank,
Yep.
just for whatever the reader
I want
is
to
feeling.
tell him how I feel as soon as I can, but he's not picking up his phone. What should I do?
It is a completely generic ending.
Looks like I'll have to go see him in person.
Okay, and then you have to choose
Now
your
you get to
feelings.
find and choose. That's
All right,
fine.
so we're going to choose Ian because, again, he was our friend beforehand. He hasn't abused us, even though he's been sort of desperately pushy, as he's been made very uncomfortable by the situation while we're all in altered states. And his feelings for us, which he's had for a long time, are very much complicated by this synthetic experience of being a beast.
Yes.
So here we go.
Go
to
and
Ian.
see Ian.
All right.
It's a Saturday. I wonder whether Ian's at home?
Yeah, and, you have such poor communication with your friend, there'd be no way to know.
I know, because you can't text each other. You can't actually, use your phone. You guys just,
But he's
don't
not
have
responding.
email.
He's not
anything
responding
else.
to his
Also,
phone.
past a point, maybe Ian is actually trying to dump you and Jackson is being an invasive creep, but you don't know!
Or maybe Ian's trying to find another avenue where he isn't engaged in something that makes him feel uncomfortable. Because sometimes when we're around certain people, we do things that make us feel uncomfortable, but we can't seem to stop doing them. So the answer is to get away from that person. If you are attracted to someone really aggressively that you don't want to be involved with, it can be really helpful to get away from them.
Yeah, absolutely. I pressed the intercom button at Ian's place. Ding dong!
Ding dong! We don't have a bell in the closet, only knocking.
Is he not around?
We waited half a second. Ding dong! Hi, is he not here? Ding dong! He's not answering. Ding dong! Are you in there? Ding dong!
Ian, I want to die.
Ian, I'm in the bathroom. I
Oh my
cannot
God,
literally
I need to
get
poop.
to the door.
Ah!
Oh my God. You know what? I've had that happen where it's like the one time in the day or, that you choose to go, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom, is when someone knocks on your door and you're like, I need 1 more minute. I cannot get to the door.
Right.
And then they walk away and you miss whatever it is and you're like, dude, be patient for a second.
Guess not. Looks like I'll have to come back another day.
And we'll just drag this out unnecessarily. Ka-chunk.
Hang on.
All right, here we go. Ka-chunk. Jackson, what's going on? What are you doing here?
Ian, you're here. What a relief.
I've discovered my feelings. I have sorted them out.
I've discovered that I'm not an asexual.
After all.
Or an aromant. I mean,
I've discovered that I like doing some things with you, and whatever that means, I would like to explore it. How about that?
Yes.
More open frame. We haven't decided or changed our identity at all. We've just gone, there are new things that are a part of me that I'd like to learn about.
Right?
A relief. Did something come up at work? Is there anything I can help you with? Just tell me. It has to be you. It's not about work. What happens if we dodge? I don't know. It has to
To
be
me,
you.
it's not about work.
Would be
It's
very
perfectly
polite.
reasonable.
It'd be
Yeah.
super light. Also going, it has to be you would be so sudden in your face.
Yeah, I'm
That'd
like,
be a little
dude,
wild.
hello, chill.
All right, so it's not about work.
It's not about work.
We're not talking about work.
No, it's not about work. I just came because I wanted to see you.
And I got really grumpy when you asked about my real life. Did you hit your head or something?
Oh my
This
God.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
You mean Jackson doesn't care to hang out with his friends at all?
You mean Jackson doesn't usually come over without a purpose? There are some friends you have that always come over with an agenda. And so if he doesn't have an agenda or if he isn't asking for help, some people
they
who know
help?
you always are asking for some kind of help or support.
Then
And it doesn't mean that's a bad thing. It could just be, hey, I called you because of my homework. It could be the thing you connected over. Hey, I called you because you were working on that project. There's always a reason.
that's fine. Then for me though, that also puts me into the questioning range of going but why then are we going, let's have a relationship? We've had no other. So that thing where people complain about, you're put me in the friend zone. You've literally done nothing to get out of it.
You're barely in the friend zone.
Right?
We're barely friends.
Right? This is awkward.
We aren't, okay, for me, if someone is my good, close friend, and I am available, I absolutely consider dating them or being interested in them if it's something that they're interested in or if it's a possibility from both directions. Because when I am close enough to be really good friends with someone, I tend to develop attraction.
It's true.
And it doesn't mean I'm going to do anything about it or anything needs to be done. But I have no real need to separate romantic feelings, mild romantic feelings from strong friendship feelings.
Right.
And so for me, I'm like, I will protect you and take care of you and help you and support you and try and, basically be there for you the way in very similar ways to that I would if someone I was dating.
Right.
It's fine.
Completely understand why you would think that, but I finally realized I'm in love with you.
Poof, there it was. What are you
I know this probably seems out of the blue, but I've never been able to forget about kissing you.
Even in the couple of days that have passed.
Have you forgotten by now?
How could I possibly forget?
Then I'm still in your heart, or at least in your lips, in your nerve
in your face.
I'm glad.
Jackson, I can't believe it. Though, after all this time hiding my feelings for you, I'm finally getting your
my
love.
God. It sounds like an earning thing.
It
After all
sounds like
this time
I've
where
worked
I
so
resisted.
hard
God, it's
on... It does sound like a reward thing.
Ah.
But on the other hand, that can also be a linguistic thing of going, I'm finally arriving at a place where I don't have to battle it anymore.
Right.
Not necessarily getting a reward, just going, this is happening. This is wild.
I can't believe I had been overlooking someone as special as you.
Yeah, I think this is the end.
Yeah, I think so too.
Jackson?
Ian flings himself into my arms, and I gently catch him.
Okay, I'm just imagining bridal carry. He just jumps up, arms around your neck, knees up into your arms. Boof! Ha! I catch him. I carry him across the doorway. It's marriage time.
It's time to get immediately. I kiss him softly on the lips.
Is this real? This can't be real. I'm so happy that it feels like a dream. And you're also carrying me. Damn, you're stronger than I thought. This is so great.
Same for me. Hey, Ian. I want to make you mine. Is that all right with you?
Could we date? Yes. Make me yours. Sure.
Thank you. I'm happy to hear it. Why don't we go to the bedroom?
He's like, oh, well, now that you're horny, it's there. Whoa, I have flicked a switch. Oh, God.
It has gone on.
Yes, let's. And then they just crawl into bed and, like, eat popcorn and watch movies and hold hands.
That would be so good.
That's
We're going to
cute.
Netflix and chill.
And then we'll just let it evolve naturally so we don't have this, like, pressure of immediately go really hard and be like, all the way there. They're just like, now that I'm on that track and we're in that space, going, let's now start working at it more organically.
We head for Ian's bedroom. Ian is blushing fiercely.
I forgot to make the bed! No!
Freaking out!
And I'm going.
And his entire room is a goddamn mess, and I just realized he has a lot of... Ian?
Huh?
Is that sci-fi?
Oh, I
oh
mean,
my god, you like Dune? We should watch the Dune movie!
Sci-fi. I mean, we can put on the Japanese subtitles. It's really good.
Yeah, let's watch it!
All right, here we go.
Ian, why won't you look at... is it continuing on?
Hang on.
If it's continuing on, I can't decide if I want us to end this off.
I feel like it's going to have, like 2 more scenes. I feel like it is.
All right, fine.
Ian,
why won't you look at me?
It's dark. I can't see you.
How is it dark?
I will see you. There's no light in the room.
I'm
embarrassed.
How many times have we kissed?
That doesn't mean I have to look at you.
So weirdly,
Wait, now who's confident? Apparently once he's made up his mind, he totally switches gears. Like I said, it's like flicking a switch for some reason. This is completely different.
Ian kept his eyes averted, his face scarlet.
Is this where it gets explicit? Oh my god.
I put my hands on his cheeks and turned him to face me.
It's like, I'm not ready for it to be direct. I don't know what to do.
When we definitely have already had sex in a really strange, to me it was very strange.
It could have been incredibly impersonal when it happened. And so he could be like, I'm not familiar with this being romantic, intimate, or intentional. That was just sort of I knew you were just appeasing me.
Yeah, and I kiss his lips. I'll love you until you don't feel embarrassed anymore. Come on.
Okay.
This is a really
as much as
big
I begged
change.
my way in, I'm not ready for this to be this
I'm
direct.
also considering how awkward Jackson has been this entire time. That seems very extreme for him.
Like I said, it's wild of him going. You didn't seem wishy-washy or like you just weren't sure. You seemed like you did not understand what either of them were going for at all. And going, okay, so have you maybe dated a lot of people, a lot of women essentially, and just once you decide you're interested, you're all go, and you're normally really a lot more comfortable in that romantic arena, and then so suddenly you're like, if I treat this the same as that, I got it.
I know, right?
Jackson, yes, fill my heart up with your love, and then I won't be so embarrassed.
And Ian, Ian, Kissing you is the best thing.
Even better than the ice cream?
Even better than the ice cream.
You're so good at kissing. I can barely hold myself up. I'm a fall
Jackson,
down!
I've been naughty!
Oh, no, I got it. He's like, he tries to do the leg pop thing where you kick one up. He tries to kick up both. I can't hold myself up. Too excited.
Oh, no!
Too excited.
Aha! Hey, no, we only just got started. Don't tell me you're giving up. Oh, also, if you don't know anything about the leg pop thing, that was actually a part of the Hays Code.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It was super funny. So the
They
American
were
Hays Code...
censoring essentially anything that was, deeply intimate or explicitly sexual, and trying to imply more was going on than was.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Hey, now, we only just got started. Don't tell me you're giving up.
Don't be ridiculous. Who would waste something like this? Waste it.
Waste?
I finally got you to look at me, and me alone.
We were so looking at everyone else.
Right? I wanted all of your attention. But
Everyone in the world is dead.
I didn't know what to do with it once I got it. Yeah, we all work fake jobs to help ourselves keep going. It's fine.
Ian.
I won't let you look away anymore. Just look at me.
I wouldn't think of it. No one could make me lose my head the way you do.
Suddenly. So much. Jackson, I'm not forgetting you said that. You'd better stick to it, even if some other chances arise. No, I'm not swearing to marry you no matter what happens, no matter how we change, no matter how I feel, no matter what develops, no matter how this relationship goes. However...
Because that honestly starts cutting off a shit ton of communication and conversation.
It also goes, even if this sucks ass and both of us don't like it anymore and we tend to have nothing in common, we're gonna stay together because we promised. And it won't make either of us happy. It can be really cool to say I promise, but at the same time...
It's also easily abused.
Oh.
You'd better not cheat on me either.
Do you tell all your girlfriends that?
Yeah.
That's the last thing you need to worry about. Hey, wait, Jackson.
I've waited long enough. I'm gonna make you mine, body and soul.
I've already had you once. I need it again.
I mean, again, though, we're assuming though that's ownership over somebody's body.
It's
or
true.
laying
It's
claim
true.
to someone. Again, there's this attitude.
Him going, I now realize what I want. I want to completely connect. I want to move to the top of the elevator. The final step of relationship.
I found it.
I want a fully developed boyfriend right now. Nothing else.
Yes.
Yes. And I want to be yours. Jackson.
Jackson, yay! I don't know what kissing is! Stick his tongue up his nose. I got it! Ian, tell me if it hurts. I don't know whether I'll be able to... Please don't. I'll be able to stop, but he's like, I mean, if it pinches, ow! Like my pants! All my clothes on! Are we doing sex with clothes on?
I'm trying to unbutton you. Okay. Ow. You're pulling my hair. Sorry. I didn't mean I was laying on your shoulder.
I'm also cracking up because these dudes in his business suits are just standing here next to each other going, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So narrative dissonance. You have both of them standing there facing us, the viewer, but we're not here, not involved. So they're in this dark bedroom together, basically working towards consummating their relationship, if you will, while they're standing shoulder to shoulder staring at a wall.
Also, in that sense, I'm like, why didn't they just make the player Jackson?
Right? Or make, like if you're always having them look at us, how is this for either of them? Also going, like, they literally are just staring, like, at a wall, a window, a door. Can you imagine them standing here, like, the most British of chasteness, going, we're staring at the wall. I will have you. Oh, no, don't have me. No, I need you now.
Oh, yes, my darling, please.
Right now. And they're just looking at the wall, not looking at each other, and both of them going, yes. With you, I don't care if it hurts. Lube my dudes. If that's what you're doing, use some lube. Wow.
Also, lube is very common.
Take your time.
Even with all sorts of people. You're gonna make it even harder for me to control myself talking like that. Why are we dragging this out?
I don't know. Jackson! Yes! I don't. Ian! What is this supposed to be doing for the reader while they're both standing there in their suits with nothing changing? Like, why even have them there? Okay, so the question is for me, you know what they could have done? If they wanted to have this kind of dialogue and have it be tittillating to the reader, instead of having them both stand here, not even black screen, they could just show the bedroom and neither of them in it, or they could show, like, shadows on the bed in a distance, as if you're looking in from, like, a doorway or something like that.
But this also feels really Peeping Tomish.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing where I was mentioning, going, like, why didn't they make the player Jackson, right?
Right.
Because, again, like, to me, this feels... So I'm going to call this out right now. Going, like, this feels a little bit more like it is intended more for, basically, a woman's audience. Now, that doesn't mean bad things. I'm not saying you can't enjoy anything like this.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying is that it gets, after a while, when you start seeing it just over and over and over again, there's a point where you go, this doesn't feel inclusive or really thoughtful or like connecting to a deeply romantic experience or something that could be sort of like a shared, just whatever.
Additionally,
it feels sort of objectifying.
One of the things that we have talked about is that playing this game with two people and talking through it instead of just having your own private experience changes this experience amazingly. Both of us have had a lot of like observational epiphanies in reference to this kind of thing, going,
right.
Holy crap, this is impressive how much it changes this game when you're talking it out loud with a friend in the room.
Yes.
And you really do look at these things and go, what is this that I'm supposed to be experiencing, and what would I experience if I was on my own, and why is it different with a friend? And then really examining your media and your experience and going, they're literally staring at me, the viewer.
Right.
I'm not there, but that's who they're interacting with. That's who this game is for. So you have these two young men performing gay romance for me, the viewer.
Yeah.
And that's a really unusual place to be, honestly.
And again, like, I'm not saying you can't, I'm like, I don't, because the thing is that I feel like in that sense, there's a lot of basically what I will determine as basically a lot of Fujoshi hate. Yes, individuals who identify as women who enjoy basically gay romance / gay sex material, right? And I'm going like, there's nothing wrong with that, but there is definitely where I feel like there is a level of like potentially like questioning or conversations that need to be had in regards to like what's going on, maybe like just even with yourself of going like, what are you trying to get out of it? What is this about?
So I recently talked to a young high schooler about some dating games. It was kind of a cool experience. They're a relative, and they were talking about how in like that they've really just gotten into like the gay, if you will, and going, dude, like I ship gay boys so much, and she's quite young, like so I don't want to like she's trying to be as respectful as possible, but going, also being very honest about what she likes, right?
Right.
And in this conversation,
is not a shaming exercise.
No, not at all.
Sure.
In this conversation, it was very enlightening for me as someone who was older than she was and has had more years of experience, but also again, who I went to college for psychology. I was like, I talked to her and I said, maybe you like it better than heteronormative romance. Once she said, basically, I don't like boys and girls together in stories as much as I do, boys and boys. And I said, maybe it's because you're a girl. And then there's no girl to compete with. And she just like let out this huge breath of air, like, oh my gosh. And she's like, you know what? I never thought about that. Like, it was just kind of a soft suggestion on my part. And she was just like, when there aren't any women in the story, I don't have to compare myself to anyone.
Yeah.
And she came up with that on her own, and I thought that was kind of amazing, because, she's 14.
And sure, there was the prompting from,
there was a prompt of going, hey, what about this thing? But then she
there was a reaction, yeah.
There was a very strong reaction, then she extrapolated it, and she's like, I think I like it because there's nobody that I have to compete with, and there's nobody, there that I have to basically measure myself against, but also, and then I said, also, like, are you attracted to boys? And she's like, well, yeah. I said, so then there's maybe more people on the stream that are the type of person you'd like to be attracted to. And she's like, oh yeah.
Right.
And I was like, and again, I tried to be really neutral about this conversation, but she was really enthusiastic about it. She's like, I want to talk to my friends about this. This is kind of wild.
Right.
Because some of them, share, what you might call gay media together.
Right.
Anyway, so it was a very interesting conversation, but that sort of reminds me of this, of going, you're aiming this towards the viewer, and the viewer is getting to basically enjoy a sense of going, I don't have to feel as though if I'm a woman, that there's any competition or discomfort here, and I also don't have to think about any of my own personal standards for me in here.
I remember actually some people talking about going like it was uncomfortable for me, like sometimes when you realize going, God, I'd been going through and consuming all this media, and then as soon as a woman popped up, there was this immediate anxiety of going, oh God, what's going to basically happen to her? Like there's a lot of social pressures, at least in regards to like the United States, because this is most the experience we have because we live here.
That's where we live, and that's the best we can do.
And the people have talked about it going like, it really is like there's so many attacks or assaults or basically expectation on women that a lot of people who've identified as women over the years are really like, this is so fucking stressful.
Right.
My God.
All right.
In.
Ha! A fade to black. Poof. Ka-chunk. Wait a second. And something happens.
Hey.
Hi.
Is that the background in My Mystic Dragons where we went to his house?
It does, look vaguely familiar, but I don't think it's the same.
All right.
But, anyway.
As I relax on the couch, the bedroom door opens and Ian pokes his head out.
It's the next day.
Hey, good morning, Ian. You really slept like a log. Were you that worn out?
Hey, don't talk like that this early in the morning.
I need coffee. I will find you. Ian walks toward me, plainly blushing, his gaze roaming around.
My hips are killing me. Thanks to you, I don't want to do anything today. Netflix and chill? I like movies.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry about that. Let's laze about the apartment. I don't know which one to have to do.
I think let's laze around the apartment sounds like
Sounds more
let's
familiar.
relax,
Hey, let's just be friends. Let's hang out. Okay?
Also, again, my hips are killing me. I don't want to do anything. You'd be like, sure, yeah, let's
chill out.
I would do both. Is the
I would
problem.
be like, God,
but
I'm
also
sorry about that. Let's just chill out today.
But when you're talking about Jackson too, I'm kind of like
I really would like to choose both. Be like, you start with, whoa, I'm sorry about that, and he could be like, whoa, it's fine.
Or be like, ooh, do we need to perform more aftercare than we did? What's
or
up?
what do you has this happened before? What do you normally do?
Right, because also Jackson is actually really goddamn inexperienced as far as we can tell as basically viewers trying to interact with this.
Yep.
So,
all right, laze around the apartment.
Let's do it. Well, let's just laze around the apartment. I'm responsible for this, so I'll stay with you the whole day.
I've moved in. I live here now. Just today.
Oh, we're gonna instantly move in, huh?
I want to be with you every day. Well, rent would be cheaper.
Rent would be a hell of a lot cheaper.
Is that too much?
No, it's not too much.
Honestly, your place, except for the bedroom, is super tidy, so I could just bring my stuff over, be fine.
Yeah.
Then, will you stay with me forever? Instant marriage. Oh, there's the special scene. That's kind of like that. It's
yeah. Every day. From now on.
You get the premium art. There it is. Ta-da! I'm so happy. They look. He looks like a schoolboy right there. He really does. I'm just. You look
so it's one of the things that
school
I've always thought is
uniform.
really funny about anime. To me, is that the faces are very simplistic and the bodies usually are way more detailed, and it's very disorienting.
And sometimes that just makes people look super, super young when you do headshots. So bad.
It's true. I pull Ian in and embrace him tightly. I love you, Ian. I want to figure this crap out. And I want to understand. I need to.
It's okay. I've dated people before, and I've dated my friends before, and you know what? It didn't work out in the past, but it wasn't bad at the end, because we were friends first. And you know what? I can help you through, while I'm super excited about this, I can help and support you too, you know? There's a lot to learn, but at least I'm familiar with dating a boy.
Nice!
It's okay. We'll figure it out. And I love you, Jackson. I have for a long time.
We exchange a deep kiss.
Like a thimble. I hand one to you, you hand one to me, we have exchanged. Is that it?
Is that it?
Yes!
Oh my god! 1 star!
I don't even know. Not now, my dude. I don't even know. That's the whole thing.
Oh my god.
All right, well, we are going home.
No, you can't leave.
You have to restart the story.
You have to
or go
restart
home.
and do the thing. I don't care. I want to die.
All right.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been my good friend Scandal here, and if you want to support us more directly, you can check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon, link down below. Additionally, if you like what we do and you think other people would enjoy it, we would be happy to have you share that with them. If you have comments you would like to share, thoughts that happened during this series, your own ideas or experiences with this kind of media, we would love to hear them too. You can also find us on Instagram and Tumblr. We are available, and in the meantime, be safe during these corona times. Wear your masks, social distance, don't start new physical relationships.
Please take care of yourselves. Oh my god, I have been Scandal and I'm so happy it's fucking over.
And I have been Lies. And it was a fantastic trip playing with you.